Okay, as being a producer, how long have you been producing?
Let's see, I've been making beats since '99, so I guess it's 14 years or so now.
Professional. That sounds like career status right there.
Yeah, right.
And but how long have you been into the music in general?
Man, I started playing trumpet when I was younger, like 3rd grade or something like that, so I've been doing music for a while.
Instrumental. And tell us about some of the work you've been doing.
Let's see. Been doing a lot of different stuff. I'm working on a couple albums right now, doing some singles around the area, and also doing some stuff with some artists in Virginia, New York, Florida. Just trying to get music out all over the place, trying to get it in as many hands as possible, do as many years.
How do you network?
Pretty much just through the music. Facebook, YouTube, try and post as much stuff as possible. Kind of falling behind with that, but that's the dilemma between creating and then putting it out.
Right.
It's like, a lot of people spend time putting themselves out there.
Right.
And then the music side, not so much. But then I focus more on the music side, and then just
worry about putting yourself out there later.
Media stuff, kind of, yeah.
You should have you don't have a team for that?
Nah, not yet, really. Hoping to soon, but
So how is your passion for what you do?
That's very strong passion. Been in me for a long time, like ever since I was a kid. I mean, I grew up, my dad used to listen to James Brown, Otis Redding, Stevie Wonder, all the greats. So at a young age, I was always interested in it.
Right.
Through the years, I kind of found out that I always listened to the instrumentation of the music more so
than the lyrics.
I listened to a song 2, 3, 4 times before I listened to the lyrics.
Right,
so,
right.
Obviously, I'm drawn to that more so. So from that, I just said, how can I do that? How can I manipulate sounds?
Right.
Make different things, and just kind of worked on it from there. With the music theory background, like just kind of put things together and went from there.
Right. Is there any particular genre of music that you like to make?
Hip hop, like golden era style hip hop.
Right.
With scratches and
the lost, that sort of lost. What's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it. Lost. Yeah. See, I lost the word. We lost that golden era of hip hop.
Right. Well, sometimes I have to remind myself that the '90s wasn't the last decade.
Right. We off to a whole new one.
But I like sampling a lot.
Right.
I like using live instrumentation mixed with samples a lot. But sampling to me is the best, just because like the emotion,
right,
and that feeling from that original copy, even when it's gritty or
right.
It's hard to beat that sound to me. So.
Do you think they've come down a little hard on the people who do the sampling, who would rather use sampling?
No, I mean, I think it's I think music is going a lot more electronic now. But you can still, people are always going to sample. Like, I gotta say, I dig Kanye a lot just because he's one of the biggest producers and he still uses samples a lot. A lot of people don't realize that, but a lot of the stuff that he does in its own way, I respect him for keeping the art of sampling still prevalent in mainstream music,
right?
More so than most people, I guess.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Would you like to make a career out of this? Really?
Yes, definitely. I would really just like to be able to make music and pay bills. Like, I don't need to, I wouldn't mind having some extra money, but
Right.
if I could just make music and not have to work another job or have to worry about doing something else, that would be ideal. I mean, it's my passion, so when it comes to it, at the end of the day, that's what I want to do. So.
Right. So does your 9 to 5 interfere with your music in any kind of way?
No, actually, my job currently allows me a lot of free time to be able to work in the studio. So
Right.
I'm pretty lucky when it comes to that.
That sounds good.
I got a pretty easy schedule, so most of my free time outside of that is
Taking.
yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. So how long do you spend in the studio?
Depends. My wife's pregnant right now, so
Right.
things are
Kind of hectic.
yeah. But again, a good way.
Right.
But I spend as much time as I can.
Right.
I mean, it's I'm music 24/7.
Right.
Even if I'm not sitting down here, I'm digging through samples in my head, or
even when you're listening to the radio, you try to break up something, turn it to an oldie station and just listen, and you're like, I might need to find that song and sample that right there. You chopping it up in your head while you're riding around.
96.3, that's pretty much all I got on the radio.
Right.
But
I can dig it.
yeah, I'm a soul head, I guess.
No.
All that's what's in my radio.
What is your take on Annapolis hip hop?
I like Annapolis hip hop, where everybody's going with it right now. I'm impressed that people are coming together. That's a big thing that needs to be done. I think it's important for people to recognize other people's talents, whether it's their thing or not.
Right.
But I dig Annapolis hip hop. I like that there's an array of it. You can get some 90s style sample based hip hop in Annapolis.
Right.
You can also get trap music,
right,
or club music, like all kinds of different art forms. So I respect it, and I dig that people are doing a lot of different stuff. I think the one thing I'd like to see people be even more creative, and it's not just in this area, but I feel like in general, a lot of people follow what's already being done.
Right.
And to an extent, you can only go so far doing that.
Correct.
So
too much of being a copycat only gonna get you but so far. You right.
Right. So I feel like people should do stuff that's more so to, even if it's what they like.
Right.
Instead of something that's, because that's how creativity is. I mean, it's built off of what somebody else has done.
Right.
Taking it a step further.
Correct.
Somewhere else, and that's
like
what differentiates the artists that make it.
Right. You are true. And those diamonds in the rough.
Right.
If you can be one, or if you can find one, which is a good thing. So being as though you are about to become a daddy, how does your other half feel?
Well, she has always admired my passion and my exploration of music. So
right.
It's one of the things that drew her to me, actually. So she's 1,000,000% supportive.
Right.
And I couldn't ask for anything more, really.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, that's huge.
You might not get that often.
Right.
Because I know a lot of guys whose better halves say you spend too much time, and then they break their time and they break their equipment.
Right.
I'm like, why would you do that? That could be your gateway to a whole nother life.
Right.
That could be your big house on the hill. But you want to break it because they're not spending time with you? Like, are you serious? That old man.
Yeah, I'm grateful for that. I really am. I mean, I realize that's special, so that's important.
Well, your family supports you as well?
Yeah. Family definitely supports me. Like I said, my dad is, he's a lover of the oldies and the greats. He's a big jazz and blues and so
Right.
I think he respects it. You know, he's an older head, so it's kind of hard to get into it. But I think he respects it.
Yeah, 'cause
he sees the work ethic and
right.
the drive. So
Right. That's something that goes on from generation to generation anyway.
Right.
The older generation doesn't like the new stuff that's coming up. Oh, that's just da, 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 da. I don't want to hear all that mess. It don't sound like nothing.
Right.
If they took, it's just like our generation. Some of us don't like the trap music stuff because it's the same thing over and over and over. There's no change in it. The format stays the same all the time. I don't understand that. But with the others, the older hip hop, things change. The beats change. The samples change. People using different instrumentals for this, that, and the third. So, an off-topic question. Growing up, what was your favorite TV show?
Let's see. Probably like 18. Probably.
Right. Stuck with it.
I'm an 80s baby, so.
Right.
Transformers, G.I. Joe, 18, all that kind of stuff.
All good stuff. The Thundercats.
Yep.
Tell us, who's your favorite artist in music? Whether it be rapper or producer, or both.
I'd say my biggest influence is probably Gangstar, DJ Premier, and Guru. Rest in peace. That's probably my biggest influence. Pete Rock, Alchemist. I mean, I pull Led Zeppelin, Red Hot Chili Peppers. I mean, I pull from everywhere.
Right.
Jay Dilla, Biggie, Tupac.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like Timbaland because I like he's different.
Right.
Different sound.
Yes, he does.
I mean, I don't want to get into the Jay-Z album right now. But,
well, that's too early for that.
I respect it.
Oh, okay.
And Alchemist, Ninth Wonder. That boom bap style is really
that's what drives you.
All my most influence from, I guess. But.
Right. I feel you on that because every person you just said is like in my top 10, 5, whatever.
Right.
You know, I in the past 2 years I just started paying attention to Dilla and the music he's done. I'm like, damn, I didn't know he did that.
Yeah.
I didn't know he did this. I didn't know he did that. So I'm like, wow.
Yeah, surprisingly, he was like, I think that's the case for a lot of people. I'll even do, I'll do that even as a producer. I'll do that sometimes. I'll be like, shit, I didn't realize that was him, but
right.
I feel like that's the case for a lot of things. Like, I don't think, for whatever reason, it's not really that well done in some of this stuff.
Right. A lot of people don't put themselves out there in the forefront as much. They rather stay in the background and not deal with all that hoopla, that paparazzi.
I think he did a pretty good job of that.
Oh yeah, he did a very good job of that. But he was well known.
Yeah.
He was well known for people who made music. Tell me, when you got nominated for the Annapolis Hip Hop Awards, how did you feel?
I was surprised, man. I was happy. This is my hometown, born and raised here, so
right.
It was big. It was nice to be nominated for, that award for my hometown.
Right.
To get that recognition.
What was the category again?
Best producer.
Best producer. That's cool. Did you win?
I did win, actually. Yeah, you see the smile.
Right.
Surprisingly.
Right. You never thought you were gonna win, huh?
Nah, I didn't. Even up to the announcement, I was like,
say it wasn't you. It wasn't me.
No.
Hey, it happened.
Yeah, I was happy to be nominated, but I'm happy to have the trophy now too. So.
How did that make you feel when you found out you won?
Good, man. It made me feel like somebody's paying attention. So.
Right. Somebody was paying attention. Somebody knew your work.
Yeah.
They knew what you had. They knew what you could do. You want to hold up the award to the camera real quick. All right. So how do you pick and choose who you work with? Or do you pick and choose?
Well, at this point, I'm trying to do as much work as I physically can. I've taken on a lot of work over this year so far, and I continue to take on work. You know, it just depends. It's just, I don't know. I'm really willing to work with anybody at this point. Like,
right.
Obviously, we got to vibe, but
right.
But,
so you never really like have you like picked one person and just like did one solid project with one person?
I'm working on a couple right now. Prior to this, the only thing I ever did was a full album with my boy Sco from Virginia. Other than that, I haven't done a full project. I've done a bunch of single songs for people.
Right.
Kojo and I are bouncing around the very early thoughts of doing a collaboration album. So.
Right. Hey, make it happen. Yeah. All you gotta do is put in the work.
Yeah.
Put in the work.
I think it'll be a good combination for sure. So.
Right. And how many people have you worked with around here? Can you name some of the people you work with around here?
Let's see. Right now, I got a couple tracks I'm working on with Rock Live. I got, of course, did a Fuck Swag track for Kojo recently.
Right.
Working on a couple other songs with him. Got a couple tracks out to Vern J right now.
Vern J, huh?
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna quit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess it's in him. He says hip hop is me. I am hip hop, so I guess he won't quit. I guess he won't. But that's good though.
Right.
See, I'm working on my own little set. And I just tinker around with making beats and stuff like that myself. I haven't dug that deep. I wish I had, but like I said, I was playing around too much as a kid.
Right.
So that it was in me, but I never took it that soon. You know. Do you have an ultimate goal in?
Aside from just making music to live, basically.
Right.
I always wanted to do like a music score for a movie. You know, like stuff for movies like Pharrell did for the Despicable Me movie.
Right. Right. Or like what RZA did.
Like RZA, exactly. Yeah. I'd like to do that. I'd like to get more involved with that, but really just make something that is refreshing to people.
Right. Anybody that you think that you could particularly work with on a solid project in Annapolis that you know of, as far as the people that you've met and ran across?
Kojo, definitely. I mean, the way we came together for the Fuck Swag track came together quick. And creativity bounced off each other, and the whole idea and theme of the song came together real quick.
Right.
And I think we're in similar places and have like minds. So
right. Is that you saying we need to work on the project, Kojo? Is that